frame. Hi and welcome to this video. Today I am going to make something out of this beautiful dude or chick. I absolutely love Romanesco cauliflower because it just looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. I absolutely love the way nature structures the Romanesco. It's gorgeous, and I hate baking it or doing something else with it because it ends up not looking as beautiful as it should be. Today I am going to make a Romanesco curry. I'm going to make a curry that will sort of taste like a korma or a mixed vegetable dish that most Indians would call it mixed vegetable, but I've noticed that my friends here call it korma. But korma can have coconut milk or just have cream. I'm going to do it with vegan option cream. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the curry base out of half of the Romanesco, and I'm going to leave all the beautiful pretty bits out, and I'm going to toss them, and I'm going to make sure that they keep their structure and don't entirely die down. I want them to be nice and pointy. And in the vegetable, I am going to add some of these vegetables that were kind of dying in my fridge, like this carrot. So I've got 2 of these carrots. And I also thought of adding some of this paneer. Paneer is Indian cheese. It's very easy to make, so you can also make it at home. But because I had this in the fridge and it's dying out pretty soon, it will be dead in like 3 days. So I'm going to use half of it, and I am also going to use some frozen peas. And I've got some ginger and garlic and onions and coriander and some cashew nuts, because the cashew nuts will make it creamy without really adding in a lot of rich stuff. Because I am going to use soya milk, or no, I'm going to use soya cream, not going to use soya milk, I'm going to use soya cream just to thicken the gravy or the curry. I don't know what you call it. In India we call it gravy, we don't call it curry. Yeah. Any base is like people here in the UK, they call it sauce, but we call it gravy. But gravy here is something else. Anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you the ingredients in a bit, and let's see what I end up with, because this is not something I've done before. But because I love Romanesco and I didn't want this one to die in the fridge, I thought I'll do something with it. It's been washed thoroughly, but I'm going to wash it again because I find cauliflowers can be a bit weird. You often end up with like little bugs in there. So what I do is I often leave it in a bowl of water with some salt, maybe like not 1 tablespoon, about half a tablespoon of salt, and I let it like just clean itself, and if there are any bugs they'll just come out, and you can leave it in there for like 15-20 minutes and it should be okay. This cute autumn dude. I often only see this in autumn and winter. See you in a bit! Right, what I have done is I have taken like 600 milliliter water for about, initially I said I would use half of that Romanesco cauliflower, but I'm going to use all of it because it's quite less in quantity, I realized after I like cut it down. So I'm going to use all of the cauliflower, and for that I am going to use like 600 milliliter water, and I'm going to boil the Romanesco cauliflower in there for like maybe 10 minutes until it's nice and not mushy, but like until it's cooked. Chopped up the Romanesco, and I have reserved like a quarter of it on the side because I want to toss it around with the other vegetables and then add it to the base gravy that I'm making. So I am using about 3/4 of the Romanesco to make the gravy. So I'm going to just put this So I've got the 3/4 of the cauliflower in there. 1/4 cup cashew nuts will go in that at the same time. mix that well. This half a red onion to that. Along with that, I am going to add, what's that? Where is it? I'm going to add 2 centimeter big piece of ginger, fresh ginger. What I have learned is I usually take about similar amount of ginger and garlic when I add it to curries, and I don't like to add crazy amount of ginger and garlic. I think this should be enough, and it smells nice and fresh, so that goes in. And I have some garlic. I have 3 cloves of garlic, 1 broke apart. So along with the ginger, same amount of garlic goes in. And I have a chili, a red chili. I wish I had a green chili, but I don't have any green chilies. I can't seem to find any green chilies in the shops. So I am going to add this red chili. You can skip it altogether, but if you're afraid of spice, don't be afraid. 1 chili is going to be fine. It's not going to be that scary because I have used this on all my white friends and they seem to be okay with that. If you're still worried, you could just cut down this chili. You could cut it to half, or you could get rid of the seeds if you're absolutely scared of chilies. But I say don't be afraid, just put that in. And now we're going to boil that for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Let's see how long it takes. So that is boiling on medium heat, and I will see you in a bit. Now that it's almost done, I am going to add some coriander. It's about a handful. Yeah, it's about a handful. It's totally up to you. I don't know. Some people don't like coriander, so you could also use spinach or any green veg, even kale. But I like the flavor of coriander because I'm Indian, obviously. So I am going to add coriander, and I add it towards the end bit because I don't want it to overcook right now. So I'm just going to push that in and let that simmer for another couple of minutes. And I am going to heat that up on medium heat, number 5. And you can use any oil. I like avocado oil, so I'm going to use avocado oil. I'm just going to add a little bit, not too much. Don't really need too much. So that's gone in. And I'm just going to add like half a teaspoon cumin seeds. Now I'm going to wait until they start. It's done. You will know it's done because the Romanesco changed the color. I was thinking, like, we don't always get Romanesco, right? Like, it's not always available. So instead of that, you could also use like broccoli. You could use a mix of broccoli and cauliflower. I guess you could use any green veg. I just want to see if it will turn out green. Yeah, I hope it will be green. So that started to sizzle. Now that that starts sizzling, I have just like sliced the other half of the onion that I used before. So I was using 1 onion, half onion went in there with the Romanesco, and the other half I've kind of given it long slices because I like how it looks. You could slice it the way you want. I like to do this with onions. It's fun. Going to fry that until it's pink. Don't burn it. I don't want it burned. I'm just going to fry until it's pink. and let that cool for a bit, and then we're going to drain it. Right, the red or purple onion, it started to change its color. It's becoming lighter, and we want it to be lighter. We don't want it to burn, so pay attention. Onion burns. See, it's going to add the bits that take forever to cook. I am going to add the carrots. So I've just chopped them roughly. Mine were quite slender, so I couldn't make like little squares. Now I'm going to add the Romanesco. I think the exhaust is... Now I'm adding the remaining Romanesco. So as I mentioned before, I had cut like little pieces of Romanesco. They're so like easy to take apart. They really are simple. You could just do it with your hands. You don't even need like a knife to do it. And we are just going to stir that. I don't want it to burn, so I'm just going to add like a little bit of water from the vegetables. Because cauliflower and carrots just by themselves, they don't really release water, so they may burn. You have to be careful. They shouldn't take too long to cook. I can already see the carrots are on their way. To add some salt to taste. It's completely up to you. I don't know how much salt you like to add. Completely up to your taste. You'll know when it's done. It just looks done. Like the things, like the vegetables have started to go limp, so they are done. The thing with Indian cooking is we often cook vegetables until they're completely like dead and they don't look fresh. And I just realized I've used the word dead a lot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blend that. You could use an immersion blender, or if you have like a other blender, you could use that. I am going to add, where is it? Half and more. I think a cup of water. Oh no, I think we need 2 cups of water. So it's done, and I realized that I have probably added more water, so I would recommend cutting down from 2 cups to 1.5 cup. I will write down the measurements at the bottom. I added everything to the vegetables. I should have taken a little bit out, which I have done. It wouldn't have looked very nice on camera, so I did it after I turned down the camera. And what I'm going to do is I am going to let this simmer on, I guess, medium to low heat, not medium to high. Simmer until the curry thickens, because I made a mistake and I added a lot of water and now it's a bit watery. So it should have been thicker. But hey ho, this was an experiment. And it does look quite healthy. That's the fun part. The veg from that pan, and what I had to do was I had to pick it out because I made a mistake and poured the gravy sauce curry all over. So now I'm going to serve this. So then, yeah. Just get some carrot in there. So I was thinking you could add like pepper, you could add green pepper as well. I was thinking of adding red pepper, but the one I had gone off. So now I'm just going to garnish with some coriander because curry. And if you don't like coriander, you can try chives or mint. Oh, and here you have it. This Romanesco. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh, there it is. This Romanesco curry is ready. It did take me a while and I did make some mistakes, but this is a learning process. Cooking is a learning process and you will make it better because you already saw me make the mistakes. So here it is, it's ready. And if you don't have Romanesco, or where you are you don't get Romanesco, you can try broccoli or cauliflower. I encourage you to try whatever you have in terms of cauliflowers, because I think cauliflower makes good curries, a good curry base. And it's a weird vegetable. Sometimes people don't like to eat cauliflower, but I love it because it's nice and it's yummy and it's wholesome. And I'm just going to dip some bread in it, some Greek bread that I have. You could have it with roti, chapati, have it with rice. You could add, if you want, you could add coconut milk to it and make it milder. If you want, you can add some like cream or vegan cream or anything to make it milder, or yogurt. Yogurt also makes it milder. So once you're done cooking the curry, you could just, when you're serving, you could add like a dollop of yogurt on top, and that will numb the spiciness. So if that bothers you, or if your chili is too hot, you can always just add a dollop of Greek yogurt and that will sort things out, hopefully. The other alternative is you could add some honey in there, and that will tone down the spiciness. But overall, it's pretty good. And I am going to eat my dinner finally after filming, and it's taken so long. I need to figure out how to film these things quicker so I don't end up hungry. And my stomach is growling now. So I am going to get to that, and I will leave the recipe down below. Just to cut out. Here it is.